What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Litecoin. What we're going to be doing is starting out with Litecoin on the 3-day time frame, and we're going to work our way in today. So we're basically going to go from 3-day to the 1 to the 12-hour and just kind of see what's going on with Litecoin right now. And another thing I want to pay attention to that we're going to get into is Bitcoin. Guys, we've talked about this regardless of what Litecoin's doing or the chart patterns that Litecoin may be setting up in. If Bitcoin does not cooperate, most likely it's going to bring Litecoin down with it. So we always have to pay attention to Bitcoin. It's going to be the driving factor of this market. So here's Bitcoin for us right now, guys. We're at $39,123 on the 3-day time frame. What you can see is we have these long tweezer bottoms right down in this range. So it almost could be like a tweezer bottom. It came on heavier volume. This was almost a hammer candle, a little bit of wick on top, but still considered a hammer candle on heavier volume, above average volume. What we're trying to do now is get that nice clean bounce out of here. And we have a couple trouble areas ahead of us here, and this is the thing that the area that's making me the most concerned is probably around $47,000, right up in this range. First of all, we have to get over top of about 42,274. Then it's going to be up to around that 47,478. And you can see, guys, this is going to be an area. This is a lot of chop back and forth in here. So this is all going to be overhead resistance. Now, remember, those were supports. If we fall through them, they're going to act as overhead resistance now. So for us to get over top of the previous all-time high, we're looking at the main resistance area of 42,000, 47,000, 60,000. And then 64,000. I'd also throw 50,000, that round psychological number, in there as well. But if we work through here, so this is what I'm saying, we have some bullish things, we also have some bearish things. I believe we're kind of showing that mixed market right now in a way. So on the 3-day time frame here, you can see we're holding above the 100 EMA right here. The 50 is going to be over top of our head now. That's going to be acting as overhead resistance. That's also going to be in this area, as well as this 20 EMA. So this is going to be tough overhead resistance, guys, and it's going to take a lot of buying pressure to get up over top of that. Okay, then below that, we're going to be looking at that 200 as support, and that would put us back all the way around $25,000 if we were to go that low on the 3-day time frame. But really watch these areas, because if you start seeing a lot of rejection up here for Bitcoin, then most likely it's going to happen for Litecoin. Okay, so now if we get back to Litecoin, guys, I want to start in on the 3-day, and then we're going to move into the 1-day, and then to the 12-hour here. So what you can see, guys, we had really long for Litecoin on the 3-day time frame here, a really long hammer candle. I mean, this is an extremely long wick here. We're looking at something along the lines of about 34% wick here on the 3-day time frame. Came on heavier volume as well. So this is what's showing me that we may still get a little bit more out of this bounce that we're dealing with here, potentially up to around $231 is a bullish case for us, about 230 to 235. And then it would be overhead resistance at around that $289 are going to be the upside overhead resistances, and a little bit more of the longer term time frame there on the 3-day chart for us. Okay, still heavier volume. As you can see today, we are up above average volume, relative strengths at 44. But what we're looking for, guys, I mean, we can still move up higher, but this is what, in a way, I'm anticipating here if Bitcoin doesn't want to cooperate. Say we even go up higher here, and then it's just another one of these, right? We've dealt with that before. So that's why it's so important to watch Bitcoin and make sure what it's doing is positive, so that we don't have to deal with a situation like this for Litecoin. You know, we always have to have a strategy for the upside as well as the downside. If we get through down to the 1-day time frame, you can see we had a bullish engulfing candle, and this did come on heavier volume. Okay, not the heaviest volume we've seen, but it did have heavier volume. And now here on the 1-day time frame, overhead resistance, the main area we're going to be coming up to is about 211 we're going to need to get over top of. In terms of support, I want to hold roughly about $179 is going to be the area, relative strengths at 41. And we just work our way through here. Okay, so now what we're looking at is the 12-hour time frame. Same deal, going to give us a little bit more detail, and you can see, guys, about that 212 is going to be the spot for us. And what we're going to try to do, you can see we've moved up, higher low, higher high, higher low. We're trying to get that higher high and hold these higher lows. If we get into the 8-hour time frame, and it's all about the trends, guys. I'll do this and just work my way down through. Okay, then we get into the 4-hour, which is very popular, and you can see right here what needs to hold. Higher low, higher low. Here's our higher high, trying to get that higher high now. So we're kind of moving in that equilibrium to see if we do get that next break to the upside. Okay, what I want to do next here was get into the technicals. And on the 1 day time frame, we're looking at an 11 sell, a 10 neutral, and a 5 buy. Oscillators 1 sell, 9 neutral, and a 1 buy. Moving averages 10 sell, 1 neutral, and a 4 buy. If we get out to the 1 week, this is looking a little better than the 1 day here, so a little bit longer on the time frame. Oscillators 1 sell, 8 neutral, and a 2 buy. Overall summary, 7 sell, 9 neutral, and a 10 buy. And then our moving average is 6 sell, 1 neutral, and an 8 buy. And then you can keep working your way down through here. I like to look at the 1 hour time frame as well. Okay, so we'll sit in here and we're watching these trends now. Okay, guys, same deal in more detail, right? Higher lows, higher lows. We're trying to set a higher low here. Then if we can go up and get a higher high, that would try to get us up through that 212, 217, then it'd be 227, then up to around $238. And this is basically just how I work it. I like to, if I'm trading here, being on about the 15-minute time frame, really taking a look at these trends and looking for those oversold conditions as well. You know, even down in this area, guys, when we got slammed, climax volume, you can see we were pegged out down low here in the 20s on the relative strength. And this was just on the 1 hour time frame here. Okay. And you can see from there we got moving. So a lot of guys will like to play those things on that climax volume. Even here, climax volume to the downside. Okay, right there, climax. And that was even a nice move in itself from 173 up to about 234. So this is where I'm talking more so about swing trading, guys. Just talking to the swing traders out there, really taking a look at these trends. And then this is the 15-minute time frame for Litecoin as well. If we can get this to pull up for us. All right. Okay, so more detail now. So higher high, higher high, higher high. It looks like they're getting a little bit weaker though, so we do want to pay attention to that. Okay, higher lows, higher lows. See if we can set our higher low, and then go up and see if we can get over the top of that for a higher high. That's how the game's played, guys, is looking at these trends. If we go back out to the 1 day time frame to take a look at the moving averages, I want to show you something important here. So on the 1 day time frame, if we turn on our moving averages, so this is going to be our EMAs here. Today, you can see we need to close up above that 200 again. So yesterday we did close back up on top, and this is in white, our 200 EMA. Very important. We don't want to get trapped underneath that. Okay, so we need to hold that today. Then it would be trying to get up above the 100 in orange here, and then the 50, and then the 20. But you can see this cross now that we haven't had for quite a while here of this 20 through the 50, guys. So just be careful in these areas is what I'm going to say here. Yeah, we could continue to bounce higher, but this could just be a lower high, and then we get pushed even farther to the downside. Very sticky situation right now, and just really pay attention to your positions and manage that risk the best you can. If you get some from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you ever want to help this channel out. We got some addresses in the description box, guys. It's always appreciated. God bless. Take care.